Hello guys, hopefully you're doing great. Today I'm going to solve another document protection part. I have chosen this document protection paper 2 part from May June 2016 and it's variant 1. So for this document protection part you need source files. In the description I will put a link from where you can download the source files and then you can follow my lead and you can practice along. So let us start with today's solution. So we are going to start from doing evidence document. So as you can see that task 1, they are asking us to open this file. So this file you are going to get from your source files. So I already have downloaded this source file with me. As you can see that in this folder, this is J216 evidence document. So they are asking us to open it. So I am going to open it. And I'm going to align this on right side and my paper on left side. So in task 1 step 2 they're asking us to make sure that your name, center number and candidate number will appear on every page of this document. So every page means that they are asking us to put a header for this evidence document. So to put header, you have to go to insert tab. So there is option of header. Keep it a standard procedure. Always choose a blank 3 columns. So just select that. And according to their instructions, you have to put your name. So I'm just going to put my assumed name here. Then they are asking us to put center number. So I'm putting assumed center number. And then they are asking us to put a candidate number. So in this case, I am also putting assumed candidate number. So as you can see that I have added this in my header. So if I just insert another page, this is going to be repeated in that page as well. So I'm just going to close header and footer for right now. So we are going to proceed to the next step. So I'm just going to highlight these two steps because we are already done with these two steps. Now they're asking us to save this document. Remember, this is RTF document. So we have to save in appropriate file format. So that is, we are going to save it into Word format. So they're asking us, and they are giving instructions how we are going to save. They're asking us to put a candidate number at the end. So for that reason, and remember, we have to save this file in our work area. So from where we have opened this file, we are going to save it there. So just click on file and click on save as and choose your current folder where we are working in. This is our work area, and you can see that this file is basically, if I just zoom a bit, so it is a RTF file. So we have to change this into Word document. So you can see that, and based on their instructions, we have to add our candidate number at that. So I'm going to put my assumed candidate number again, and I'm going to save this file. So now we are done with the saving of our evidence document. We need this evidence document throughout the process. So wherever they are asking us to put evidence, we are going to put it there. So I'm just going to highlight this step because we are done with evidence document, and you can see that my evidence document is here. Now we are going to go for task 2. So you can read these instructions that are provided here. So starting with the step 1, they're asking using suitable software package, open the file J216 news draft. So you can see that here is this file. So this is also RTF document. So we have to open it. So I'm just going to put it side by side. Let me close this window. Okay. Then what you're going to do, they're asking that you have to set a page size to A4. So always remember it is going to be in the layout option. all of the page related options are under layout tab. So in this case, they're asking us to put size. It should be A4. So I'm just going to put it A4. And then orientation is going to be portrait. So that is also under the layout orientation. You can see it's landscapes chosen. So I'm just going to change it into portrait. Then they are asking at that top and bottom margin 2.5 centimeter. So same goes with the layout under the margin. So you can see that there are a lot of preset margins as well available, but the required one are not there. So we have to go to custom margins. Just click on custom margins, and then you can see top and bottom margin according to paper is 2.5 centimeter. So I'm just going to change it into 2.5 centimeter. And remember, it is top and bottom. Left and right, it is 1.5 centimeter. So I'm just going to change it into 1.5 centimeter. Here you go. So then click OK. But now we have to collect our evidence. So I'm just going to highlight up to this point because we are done with this step as well. Now let me show you how to collect an evidence. So they are saying take a screenshot to show the page size. Place this in your evidence document. So it's very easy. So you can see in the layout view, we have to show that we have chosen A4 size. So if you are using Windows 10, so you can, there are different ways to take a screenshot. You can use snipping tool if you're not available with Windows 10 or 11. But if you're available with some other version, you can use print screen command, or either you can use snipping tool. Right now, I'm going to use Windows Shift S key to take a screenshot. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and I'm going to put this in my evidence document. This is my first evidence. So I'm just going to put it here. Make sure that this should be visible to your examiner. So you can see that clearly visible that I have chosen A4. Then second evidence is that you have to show the margin setting. So if you remember, we were doing the custom margins. So just select custom margins and take a screenshot of this. That would do, because it is showing us top margin, bottom margin, left margin, and right margin. So this is our second evidence. So I have to open my evidence document. First of all, I just have to cancel this. And this is my evidence document, and I'm going to put it here, Control B. Here you go. We are done with collection of two evidences that were there. So I'm just going to arrange these windows side by side now. So I'm just going to highlight this as well because we are done with this task as well. Now they are asking that you are going to save this document in your work area and make sure it's saved in the format of the software you're using. So format of software we are using in Microsoft Word. So it's going to be saved as Word document. So I'm just going to copy this newsletter because this is the name of the file, and I'm going to save it in my work area. So here, and I'm just going to paste it like this, and it is still rich text format. We have to change into Word document. Here you go. So I'm done with the saving of this document. So place in your evidence document, show the file has been saved. Make sure there is evidence of file type. So this is also a very important step. So third evidence we have to collect. So I'm going to show you how we are going to collect this. So they are asking us that you must show the file type as well. So as you can see, my file type is also visible, but if it's not completely visible, you can just go to this double-headed arrow and expand it, and you can move it like this. And you can see here, this file, I need to show them that I have saved. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of this, and I'm just going to put in my evidence document as third evidence. So here you go. So it is going to make it visible that file type is that this is Microsoft Word document. So we are done with this evidence as well. Okay, now back to our task. So in this case, they're asking that place in the header your name, center number, and candidate number left aligned on the left side. Automated page number right aligned. So for that reason, because they're asking us to put a header, so same procedure as we did with the evidence document, insert and click on header and click on three blank columns. Keep it standard procedure, keep it always like that, three blank columns. So first of all, you have to put your name left align. So in this case, I am just putting my assumed name, then center number and candidate number, so comma. So if you remember, I'm putting assumed candidate center number and your name, center number, and candidate number. So here the candidate number, automated page number right align. So on the right side, you have to put a page number. Click on that right side, header, footer, and here page number, and always go for front position. So I'm just going to put it like this. Okay, we are done with this part. And always remember, later they are going to ask you to get rid of blank placeholders. So right now you can see this is a blank placeholder. So I'm just going to get rid of it. So we are done with the header thing here. Okay, place in the footer automated file name and path center aligned. Okay, so in the footer, so basically they are asking us to insert a footer. So click on footer and click blank three columns, you can see, but they are asking that your automated file name and path center aligned. Fine. So I have selected this center placeholder and I will go to document info and file name. I have added the file name and also path name. So here I can put a file path. So as my document is there in what you can say desktop, so it's taking this much of space, so I can put it center aligned. While putting center aligned, I can just get rid of all of the blank placeholders and I can put it like this. So because name of my file is too lengthy, so that's why it's taking so much space, because it's on the desktop, but it's okay. So I can close the footer. So make sure all the alignment match the page margins. So you can see all of the alignments are matching the page margins. No other text is included in header and footer. So we have not added any other text in our header and footer. So I'm just going to highlight headers and footers are displayed on all pages. So our header and footer are displayed in all pages. If I just show you, you can drag it down, scroll it down, you can see in each header our information is appearing and file name and path is also appearing in the footer. Now this is very important part. We have to create some paragraph styles. So they have given this all of the details. So I'm just going to copy this news title. So always remember, you are going to do this from styles. Fine. So just click on here and there is option of create a style. So I'm just going to put this window like here. So you can see styles are here. So create a style. My style name is, I'm just going to name it like this news title I just have copied. So just click on modify. So sans serif is your Arial or Calibri. So I always prefer to go with Arial. And then font size is 26. I'm just going to choose 26 here. From here I can put bold. Okay, and I'm done with these three things. So rest of the things we can do in from the paragraphs. Go to format, and there is option of paragraphs. So from here you can see alignment is center, and then line spacing is single. This is already selected single, and line before and after is 0 points, so that's fine. So I'm just going to click OK. Click OK. I'm done with first style. Although it has taken the effect, but no worries about that because we are going to fix it later. So we are done with the first line. Now I'm going to copy this next style. Again, go to the style, and there is option of create style. So I'm just going to choose here new subtitle. Again, modify, and as you remember it's sans serif, so I'm going to choose Arial. Arial is sans serif. Font is 16, and it is not bold but it is italic. Fine. And other all of the settings I can do from the paragraphs. So here alignment is right, and then line spacing is single, and before and after spacing is 0 points, so that is fine. I'm just done with the second style. Now I'm going to do new subheading style. So I'm just going to copy this new subheading, and again go to the style, and there is option of create a style. I'm just going to paste my style name here, and then click on modify. Arial is already selected, and I already told you Arial sans serif is Arial. 16 size is okay. This is bold and underline, but remember it is not italic, so I'm just going to deselect the italic. Rest of things we can do it from paragraphs. So according to paragraphs, alignment is centered, and line spacing is single, but space after is 12 points, so change it for after. Fine. So just click OK. Click OK. So we are done with the three styles. So now I'm going to choose another style, that is news body. So again I'm going to click on styles, create style, and I'm going to paste it news body. So click on modify. Now you can see the font style has changed from sans serif to serif. So serif, remember it is Times New Roman. So I'm just going to choose Times New Roman body. So I'm just going to click on that, and size is 12 points. Uh, no enhancement, so no bold, no italic, no underlined. Uh, Other than that, paragraphs we have to go, and alignment is justified. So I'm done with the justified. Line spacing is single. The single is chosen, and before is 0 points, and after is 12 points. So I'm okay with that. So rest is everything is fine. Now we are left with only one style, so we are going to quickly do that as well. So now I think that you got the point how to do the style. So news table I have chosen like this, then modify. Sans serif is Times New Roman, it's already selected. 12 is the size, and other than that, no enhancement, no bold, no italic, no underline. Rest of the things we can do it from paragraphs. So from paragraphs, alignment is left. I'm just going to choose left, and more importantly, line spacing is single already. Before is 0, and after is also 0. I have to change it into 0. We are done with all of these styles, so I'm just going to select all this and highlight, so we get to know that yes, we are done with this task. Now place in your evidence document screenshot to all the settings for news subheading. So for that reason I have to expand my tab, and this is news subheading. I'm just going to, yeah, and right click on that, click on modify, and you have to show all of the setting. Fine. So we did some settings from paragraph and also from modifying style. So I'm just going to press Windows Shift S to take a screenshot. So I'm just going to take a screenshot of this entire thing. Once done, you can paste it in the evidence document, and it is your fourth evidence. So you can see that your evidence document is also getting ready. Later stage, you can take print of this. Fine. So at the start of document, you have to add Quora Adventure newsletter. So I'm just going to copy this and at the start of document. So I'm just going to put it like this. Apply news title style. So on this, I have to apply news title style. So in this case, this is my news title. So I'm just going to select this. Okay, so I'm just going to highlight this because we are done. Below the title, add the subtitle. So below this, I have to add a subtitle. Fine. So it is written as I have to write first draft by. Okay. So I have to add my name here. So I'm just going to write my name, assumed name, obviously. So news subtitle, I have to apply news subtitle, this one. So we have to check where is news subtitle, and this one is there. So I have put this style on this. Okay, we are done with these two steps as well. Apply news body style to the rest of the document. Fine. So I just have to choose entire document up to this point, and I have to apply news body style. So I just have to check where is news body style. This is my news body style. You can see I have selected and I have applied news body style. Okay, I just have to verify one more thing. If I just select this, and this is 12. So I think this one is fine. So I can just click here and I can format rest of the document like this. That is going to be fine. So all of the document has no news body style. So here we go. I'm going to highlight this one as well because we are done with this. So change the page layout so that all the text after first paragraph is two columns of equal width, 1.5 centimeter spacing in between. So basically they're asking us to choose all of this file up to this point, and I have to go to the layout, and there you can see there is option of columns, and you have to choose to the more columns and two columns. I just have to see what is the spacing that they are asking us for to do. 1.5 centimeter. So I'm just going to choose 1.5 centimeter, and now my document is going to look like this. Fine. So up to this point I'm done. Now they're asking us to identify 7 subheadings in the document. You can see this is one subheading. So I just have to identify. I kept I'm going to click on control, press the control key, and then I'm going to select all of these headings. Fine. Why I'm selecting this? Because I have to apply that style to these headings, subheadings basically. So altogether there are 7 subheadings. So you can count them. So there are 7 subheadings. So news subheading, is the style that I have to apply. So go to the home tab, news subheading. So this one. So I need this one. So that is fine. We are done up to this point. That's okay. So highlight this. Now they're asking that you have to open a CSV file. So in your work area, there is J216 new sports.csv file. So we have to locate this file. Fine. So I'm just going to open my source files here. Here. So I just have to locate this one. You can see this is a CSV file, comma separated file. So always remember, whenever you have this type of file, just select this from here, and then once there is a double-headed arrow, double click on that. So everything is going to be expanded. And now let us see what instructions are there for us to do from here. Okay, so open and insert the contents. Okay, as the table within the column with activities to our centers. So first of all, I'm just going to locate this thing there, activities to our center. I'm just going to copy this, and in my document here, so I can press Control F to find, and Control V. Here I have to put Control V. I have to choose this again, so copy and Control V. I'm not sure why it's not working. So you can see here we have to put this table there. So I'm just going to copy this entire thing from here, Control C, and I'm going to put it after this. So press Enter and Control V. This is fine, but before proceeding, this is kind of a tip that you can utilize. Select this four headed arrows and put all of the grid, all borders. Fine. So now uh, table look proper, and then you can do the editing in that. So delete the third column with heading rating. So just click here and click on delete cell. We have to delete our entire column, so select this one. We are done with that. Make sure so we have to make our table like this. Fine. So they are saying make sure new table style is applied to column 2 and 3. So news table style, we have created that news table style, so we have to locate that uh, here. So we have to apply this there, and uh, text in column 2 and 3 displayed on one line, text in column 2 and 3 displayed on one line. So we can just expand it so that it can look good like this. So every, you can say, text is displayed in one line, so that's fine. All the border and grid lines displayed when printed. So already we did grid lines. I am already done with that. Format the table so that left columns look like this. So for this left column, I have to select entire column and up to this point, and I'm just going to merge cells so you can see that. So you can see the text direction should be upward. So we have to do something about that. So in that case, we have to go to layout. So you can see that this is the text direction. So in this case, text direction should be upward. So you can see this is fine, and it should be in center. That's fine. And I can, what you can say, click here and I can apply news table, and I can enhance the size of this. Fine. And I can put it center line like this. So it is looking like this. Fine, so that's fine, that's okay. And also we have to put some shading, so light gray color is fine. So you can see up here it's a bucket, so light gray color is fine like this. So now my table look like this is fine. Now import the image, this image. First of all, I'm just going to find accommodation. Under this accommodation, I have to put my image. So I'm just going to copy accommodation. So Control F, and I'm going to click here, accommodation. So here, under this, I have to put import image. So let us see, this is cabin image. So I'm just going to open my source files. So in this case, this is here. So I can just copy this image and I can place it here like this. So I have already pasted like this. Now they are saying reflect image, so that tree is on the right like this. So right now this image is on left side, but we have to reflect it in a way that it should be in a right side. So I'm just going to select this and picture format, and then you can rotate the image. Fine. So I can flip it horizontal. So now tree is on right side. So then they're asking, I'm just going to highlight all of these because we are done with that. Now resize the image so that it is 4 centimeter wide and aspect ratio is maintained. So 4 centimeter wide. So go to the picture format and set the width to 4 centimeter. So I'm just going to set it like 4 centimeter. So you can see that. And aspect ratio is already maintained, so no need to change in that aspect. Align the image to the top of the paragraph, starting self-catering accommodation right margin within the column. So we have to move this image. To move this image, just click on image, go to picture format and choose square. Fine. Once you do, then you can move it easily. Fine. So they have asked us to put it here. We can just backspace here so that it look organized. So this is perfectly all right and it matches with the margin of the column. Make sure the text wraps around, so our text is wrapping around, and it may look like, and obviously it's looking like that. Change the list from free Wi-Fi to bullet. So first of all, I just have to locate this. Fine. So where is free Wi-Fi? I'm just going to select this here, Control F, Control V. So here, these ones. So these should be bulleted with square bullets. So I'm just going to select these up to this point, and I have to make them bulleted. So here you can choose like this. Here you go. And they are asking square bullets. So I have already chosen the square bullets. Make sure the bullets are positioned 2.5 centimeter from the left margin. So just click here uh, before this, and you can set by clicking tab. So you can, if I just click on tab, you can see that it is moving. And here up there, if I just zoom a bit, you can see it's almost 2.5. So that is fine. So you can see we have moved 2.5 centimeter. Then to find and the list in single line space with no space before and after. So for that reason, I have to select this entire thing here, and I have to go to the line spacing thing and remove space after and before. So I'm just going to click like this. So that is fine up to this point. Then line spacing, no before and after, or after, and then you have to save your document. So we are done up to this point. Document protection part, we are done. So I'm just going to highlight this. Anyway, we are done with this document protection part. So you can see your document look like that. Uh, at the end, you have to get rid of widows and orphans. So you can see you got rid of that. So your document look good. Yeah. So just Control S. Now your document has been saved. So I guess that is it for this particular task. Your output look like this, and that is it. So inshallah, I'm just going to upload third task soon. So that is it for this task. Thank you.